Hello everyone and welcome back to the Fernando Alonso career mode. Yes, today we are over at Azerbaijan for the Baku city circuit. Will it be a well done Baku or will it be rather raw? Well, that's what we are going to find out today here in the streets. Let's see what we can do as we head into qualifying. Qualifying time here and it's Friday. That's a bit strange, however, all will make sense very soon as through the first couple of corners, actually keeping tabs with the Red Bull of Max Verstappen, so that is extremely encouraging. As we head on to the end of the lap, we remain in P2, and it will be so as across the line we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on the front row for race day. What an incredible display of pace. Fernando Alonso, the closest challenger to the mighty Max Verstappen in that Red Bull car. I mean, when he's on it, he is on it. My God, 4 tenths was the closest gap we could muster. I pretend my teammate doesn't exist, just to be quite clear. But even so, Alpine doing very well. Albon in 12th. Ferrari's not even being able to really keep up. 6 tenths between them and Verstappen. So that is very damning indeed, but that's for race day. Now, though, we have sprint shootout to do. My goodness me, yes, it is a sprint weekend. I'm not going to do it like the game's format because it's crap. So down the straight we go. It actually wasn't a great qualifying, but a courtesy to our setup and our straight line speed, we cross the line and it will be, luckily, P5 for the Azerbaijan sprint race. Not a bad effort at all. Our first sector was absolutely terrible on sprint shootout. I have no idea why. Albon, consistency merchant there. 12th and 12th in qualifying. In the end, though, Ferrari are on the ball, but Verstappen is in a world of his own. Deary me. Well, it's ominous. But let's try and dethrone him in the sprint. No waiting around, it's time to get straight into things. 5 red lights for the sprint. Lights out and away we go after an eternity. And Leclerc's start is like an eternity. So is Perez's. Dropping anchor. We go 2 positions up immediately. Sainz promotes himself up into P2 and now let battle commence. As through the first couple of corners, Russell now behind us in P4. What a start for the Mercedes driver. Again, they're looking to really bolster their season. It's not been a great start for them. Joint on points with McLaren. Hamilton, of course, having an absolutely dismal couple of first races. So now he's looking to really pile on the pressure on the Woking-based team. The boys from Brackley are back in town. Meanwhile, for us, we are hounding KarlsCars through this left-hander. One of my favourite corners of the Baku city circuit. You can launch it through, and then through this left-hander. Once again, it's a decent exit, but Sainz with the speed for now. Lap number 2 then, not too long after that point. It's only 4 laps in this sprint race. It really is like a sprint, my goodness me. Just like my Friday evenings, to be honest. Anyway, enough about my personal extracurricular endeavours. Let's carry on with this sprint race as now towards the left-hander we go. Before the castle section, as you can see, we really pinched the car in. Sainz's exit is not that great. Look at the launch we get. Carlos Sainz has nothing to defend with, and down the inside of the Spaniard we go. Up into P2, and now the chase for Max Verstappen can begin. Here, as we go on to the end of lap number 2, already we have gapped Sainz by over a second. Our pace and race trim is absolutely electric as we surge through the left and then the right-hander and down the straight. The Energizer Bunny working overtime, the slipstream being sucked. We don't have DRS to use, but look at the speed we have. Verstappen to the middle of the track. We take the inside, though, and down the inside of Max Verstappen. We're going to give him the shoulder. We lead the sprint race. My goodness me, what a performance it's been so far. We take the lead from 5th on the grid. Wasn't the best shootout, but in the race, we have more than made up for it so far. We just have to keep it together. Oh, God. Max Verstappen's within DRS range on the last lap. But it's too little too late. It is way too late. Under the Rolex sponsorship we'll go. For time is not on Max Verstappen's side. On our end, we've been as opportunistic as an ostrich. We have soared above all the competition and to new heights. And we have won the sprint race here in Baku. That's mission number 1 completed. And now we go for Project 34 here in Formula 1. Fernando Alonso with a hell of a statement at the beginning of the weekend. Our best qualifyings of the season, a sprint race win. Perez down in 8th. That is fantastic news. I think we've already leapfrogged him back into the championship lead. What an excellent development. Norris somehow not getting points. It's a great race for Ferrari and Mercedes as well. Goodness me. Well, like I said, mission 1 done. Let's go get that race win, shall we? Alonso versus Verstappen. 5 red lights. Lights out and away we go. And Verstappen actually gets an electrifying start on the hard tyres. Goodness me, what a getaway from the Dutch driver. But on the mediums, we can now surge into life. The mediums will cook. Bite into the bitumen way better than those hard compounds, especially at the start of this stint. So we've got to make the most of it while we can. Leclerc also on hards. That's not surprising, though. Into turn number 3 we go, and we're going wide, we're going wide, we're going... Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. We have 13 laps to complete, and we almost throw it away at the 3rd corner. Luckily, well, things are still very brown, but I'd rather not disclose that on this platform. Chat Central has been avoided, and we can now get on the quest of absolutely gazumping Max Verstappen. That has to be our goal for today. Us two are on a completely different level to everybody else, so we need to make the most of our medium tyres while we can. I mean, you saw in the sprint race, we were 3 seconds clear of anybody else in that field. And so, let battle commence once again, just like the sprint race, although this one's slightly longer winded. 4 laps previously, now 13 laps of Baku. Unlucky for some, but I'm feeling pretty confident, to say the least, as we've had a very good rest of this lap. Through the left-hander we go. Let the Energizer Bunny begin to rotate his hamster wheel. That doesn't work. He's a rabbit, isn't he? For fuck's sake, man. You know what? It doesn't really matter. He can use whatever wheel he wants. But look at the straight line speed we have once again here. Verstappen thought he had it all his own way. Look at the way we are reeling him in. We are catching the big fish. First place is the name of the game. We send Verstappen to the inside to send it round the outside. Run rings around Verstappen, and good night, Irene. We lead the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. I take it so cautiously into that next left-hander because I didn't know if Verstappen, whether he was going to toboggan into the back of us or not. But across the line, we have the fastest lap of the Grand Prix as well. This really could be our weekend. This really could be it. Verstappen on the hards, Perez and co fighting behind. The ball's in our court. We just need to keep it together. Lap number 4 here. The gap's sitting pretty. That really discombobulated me. But anyway, 1.3 seconds the gap to Verstappen. It's remained relatively consistent. Still kind of finding a rhythm, actually. Of course, we haven't used medium tyres all weekend. And then we gained 4 tenths on that lap alone, which is great news. And there's a reason I'm showing these first couple of corners. Lap number 5 here, as you can see, no braking problems whatsoever. Apparently Baku, just the braking is different to everywhere else. As through turn number 1 we go, no problems it would seem, just a little bit of understeer as the tyres are dead. But into this right-hander, suddenly we're locking up. And that really confuses me because I didn't brake any differently to what I did before. It's at the next corner though, where this problem really exasperates itself. As now down towards the left-hander we go, braking at 100 as I always do. Every single tyre and its mother locks up. And I have no idea why. I didn't do anything differently, so I'm actually fighting with brake gremlins, but into the pits we go. There was nothing to do. Verstappen couldn't get anywhere near us. Yes, he looks quite close on the pit graphic, but we have had him. We've had every single answer to every query he's had, as it's a purple turn-in. The pit crew get to work. The tyres have alien infections for a moment, but we do get our soft tyres booted on. And out of the pits we go. Where are we going to filter out? The answer is there's a car right there. Oh my God, we have social activity. And it's Twitch streamer Lando Norris in that McLaren car. And after 1 pit stop, we are already a pit stop ahead of him, can I just say. That's quite unbelievable. And we get DRS. What a courteous gentleman. Round the outside we go. Braking for the left-hander. We're going wide again. Good Lord. Can I do a first lap on a set of tyres without shatting the bed? Terrible news. Anyway, look. On we go then as we head on to lap number 9 of this race. Sergio Perez into the pit lane and let the fastest lap hunt begin. Because on these new soft tyres, I mean, you saw we had the pace, but of course, we were on mediums. Verstappen had a hard on. I'm so sorry. Anyway, you may have saw briefly there, Esteban Ocon actually got the fastest lap on mediums. Well, with that can't run, and unfortunately for him, it's not going to last long because he is about to be absolutely annihilated. Or as the French say, a normal day in the office. As across the line we go, a 1:42.2, around the same as what we did in the sprint. Be right back, I'm about to be violently sick after seeing that. Lap number 11 of the Baku Grand Prix, gap at 3.4 seconds, and I'll be honest with you, we don't even have to drive that fast. We can take it so easy. The tyre, I mean, again, we have brake troubles, but that will not ruin our day. That will not ruin our day for 1 second. Through the castle section, lap number 13, out of 13. Unlucky for some, but everything has fallen into the palm of our hand. Every single overtake has been executed to perfection. Every single lap, sometimes fraught with a little squeaky bum time, I will grant you that. But even so, we have risen above every challenge, overcome every adversity, even skating over that curb like Tony Hawk for one final time, just to give Max Verstappen a fleeting glimpse of hope, which will now be eroded, because he's nowhere near. 1 second the gap, we haven't even had to drive fast. We've been in control from start to finish. We can start celebrating now. We win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. What a weekend here in Baku. The question was asked, can we do it in round number 4? The answer is yes, we can. Albon, driver of the day. I'd love to know where he finished, but what a weekend from us.
They're heading to the top step of the podium in Baku. They've negotiated the old city walls. They're the winner. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Aston Martin's performance today has shown that they can be competitive with the biggest names in the sport. They're making their way out onto the podium now as we speak, and the reaction from the crowd must be incredibly uplifting for them.
Fernando Alonso, win number 34 in Formula 1, shakes hands with the officials for, well, a very awkwardly long time, really, but now he can raise the trophy to the heavens to say, I am the king of these streets. And hopefully long may it continue. We beat out the indomitable Max Verstappen. Even Perez wasn't too far off in the end. And as much as I would like to say it was all completely under control, I had to work hard for that, especially in the last stint. The gap in the end, only a second, but it doesn't change the fact that we got maximum points. Sprint win, race win, fastest lap. Albon as driver of the day got 7th place. What a result for the Williams team. A mightily impressive effort from him. Russell, I forgot to show it because who cares? But Hamilton, again, steps up to the plate and has a fat roast to enjoy at the end of that one. Another 10 points into his account. But that's the kind of battle we're going to have to experience. Us versus Verstappen. And long may it continue. In the driver's standings then, we retake the lead. We have 90 points in our account, and it's a healthy lead. A 3rd place amount is what sits between us and next closest challenger Sergio Perez, who kind of dropped the ball this weekend, to be honest with you. So that is great news for us. Verstappen now firmly in the hunt and on the chase for the top positions, but we beat him in both accounts this weekend. So that is excellent, excellent news. Albon getting those 6 points, putting his account up on the table. Hamilton with another 10 points. And it means, with McLaren having really drawn a blank in Baku, Mercedes overtake them. Aston Martin now in 3rd place with, let's be honest, I'm bench pressing the entire team. Lance, you're shit. Williams open their account and get well ahead of Alfa Romeo, which is so vital. It may be fleeting opportunities that they have to get points in this season. And to do it like that with Alex Albon, well, all you can do is applaud the effort. As well, Red Bull now have a healthy lead up at the top. But there you go. That is all she wrote. Ladies and gentlemen, win number 34 is ours. And if you did enjoy that race and that round of the World Championship, leave a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. More Alonso career mode coming your way soon as we head to Miami. Until then, once again, I thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.